might be best to just try to get through it, work through it. Did it feel that way to a degree? And I guess that obviously fourth quarter it looked like maybe you did kind of break through. Just how did you feel today, and did it ever feel quite normal?
I felt physically fine, like moving around, but it's just as the game went on, you just feel a little weak. I haven't played. Still a little bit sick, and feeling that in my chest and coughing a little bit. But like I said, I expected it to be like that coming into the game because I haven't played. Playing 3-on-3, I knew how it felt. But that was it. I tried to just throw myself out there, and then as the game went on, I tried to be a little more and more assertive, and that was it.
You had them in the bonus with about 7.5 minutes left. Just what did you see off the bounce to kind of start that fourth quarter?
I just noticed throughout the entire game how aggressive they were being on the ball, trying to fight through screens. Obviously, I watched the first time we played them, and you could tell that on film or in practice or whatever, it was an emphasis on fight over the screens. We need to be more physical, blah, blah, blah. And I could see it from the bench. I could see it on the floor. So I'm always looking to see what types of trends I see by teams over the course of a game. Sometimes I'll try to do something right away. Other times I'll try to wait to the end of the game and try to manipulate something. And that was one of the things, just knowing that they were fighting over so aggressively. So just try to get some free throws, or at least try to rack up those fouls so we can get into the penalty.
You kind of said I think your final shot was 5:07 left when they left you on that three, and you don't take a shot in the final 5 minutes. And he was like, "We got to do a better job getting Dame the ball. That's on me. Like I know we need to do that." I'm curious from your perspective. Doc said there was a lot of tension on you. They were kind of using you on second, to draw attention and create something for somebody else. How do you try to find that balance? I know that this might be good for the team, working on something else, but also I know what I can do at the end of the game. I need the ball in my hands.
I think it's, like you said, you just got to find a balance, Obviously, I'm the point guard, so I had the ball in my hands, to start a lot of possessions. But, we running plays. You don't always want to attack a defense with no passes because that, it's kind of letting them off the hook. You at least want to let the ball move second, third side, and then try to go. But a lot of things happen. Sometimes teams get more aggressive and try to not let you get a catch. Sometimes guys see a lane to attack. It's a lot of things that happen. And that 5 minutes can go quick. You look up, it's back and forth, and it's 2:28 left now. And now we got to execute. We're coming out of a timeout, and Doc might have something he wants to look at, and that might not be the ball coming to me. Now you go to somebody else there. They have a possession on offense. We come back down in transition. Maybe somebody else get a look. Now it's 1:30 left, so that time can go by quick. But I do, like I said, I do agree it should be a balance where we have an emphasis, even if it's Giannis, even if it's myself, where obviously the other team is in trouble. We can put them in bad situations when we had a ball at the end of games, and that's in this league that's what you want. So obviously we don't want to go 5 minutes like that, but it happened.
Doc said before the game that the illness was presenting in different ways with everybody. It sounds like you've dealt a little bit more with the upper respiratory type stuff, but you also talk about weakness, like muscle weakness. What kind of symptoms you've been dealing with?
I think when I say weakness, I wouldn't say muscle weakness. I think one thing that I try to focus on is making sure that my body was strong enough when I go into the gym. I make sure I'm getting lifts and stuff like that. You don't want to go out there and have an injury because your body is just not, haven't moved around, hasn't loaded up enough. So I've been doing stuff in the weight room, but I felt weak. Just when you feel sick, you feel just a little bit weaker. When you get winded, your body is is breaking down. So it was more of that type of feeling. As the game went on, and it wears on you, you just start to feel you don't have that normal bounce and that spring about you. When your body is fighting something up.
Did you kind of start feeling that more as we got to the midpoint of that fourth quarter, after you had the personal, I believe it was an 11-0 run when you checked in soon after that. That took a bunch out of you. Yeah,
I felt it before that. Okay. But I mean, it's how I felt. It's not what determined anything I did. I'm a mental I'm a warrior. That's how I see myself. Even when I'm training and I'm feeling like I'm done or whatever, like I know how to make myself go to the next level and act like it's not happening. So it wasn't something that I was like, oh, I'm weak, I can't do nothing. It was just like I could feel that my body was wearing down. But like I said, obviously right after that, I went on a run in the middle of it. So it was just something I felt. But obviously it's because I've been sick.
Doc said last game here was one of the best defensive showings he's seen this season. I'm just curious from your perspective, what do you think was the difference between that game and tonight?
I thought we just, we were more physical. We made them work for shots. Just at home watching the game, it was like the first thing wasn't there, they give it up. The second thing wasn't there, and it was like they were taking the shots we wanted them to take and up against the shot clock. And, when you make a team play like that, it's in your favor. And when you have enough possessions like that, I think it just gives the team energy to continue to do that. It was leading to easy shots for us. And, anytime I've been a part of a game that looks the way that game looked, and you feel what you're doing, you see what it's turning into for you offensively, it just energizes the team, and you just keep rolling. And I think tonight we didn't start the game that way. And then they started off feeling comfortable. They already came into this game remembering what happened in that game, so we knew it was never going to be the same game. But I think that was the difference. They came out and they asserted themselves before we asserted ourselves.